Good Saturday afternoon. This is Corey McGinnis in for Michael Clark. Thank you for joining us with CBS 42 News. The 2019 legislative session has come to a close. There were several high-profile bills that passed and some that didn't. Good evening. I'm Corey McGinnis. CBS 42 News reporter Robert Sherman joins us live in the studio now to break it all down. Robert?
Well, Corey, there were a lot of key bills here in this 2019 session to talk about. State Senator Jabo Wagner has the longest record of service for any legislator in the state's history and has seen dozens of legislative sessions. But to him, with all of the controversial bills that made their way to the floor in 2019, this one stands out. The 2019 Alabama legislative session has come to a close, and Alabama State Senator Jabo Wagner can look back and describe it with a myriad of adjectives.
It was very productive. It was very complicated. It was very controversial.
Controversy came about early when a special session was called that led to the passage of a 10-cent gas tax hike, which not everyone is thrilled about.
I think the gas tax is really going to hurt Alabamians. We already got middle class, lower class, a lot of poverty in the state that's struggling, and I think there's different avenues we could have went.
One of those proposed avenues was a state lottery, but a bill that would have established a paper-only lottery failed. CBS 42 political analyst Steve Flowers believes that that particular lottery bill was antiquated and one of the few blemishes on this session.
Alabamians want the right to vote for a lottery. It was not a good lottery bill, so if you're looking for a failure, that was one of them, in the session. But by and large, it was a pretty good session.
There was no motion.
Tempers flared and controversy continued after a bill that effectively bans abortion was passed. Later, the legislature passed bills that would give Governor Ivey the right to appoint the director of the parole board and the entire Board of Education. Alabamians will be able to vote on the latter next March. The budget, of course, also went through.
Our two budgets passed, and we have funded state government for the next fiscal year.
Medical marijuana became a hot topic issue this session, and an amended bill was passed that will establish a committee to study its effects. All in all, Wagner tells us that he's pleased with how things went in Montgomery.
I think it was a successful session based on my history, and I've been through a lot of regular sessions. I think it was a success.
And there is one issue that was not resolved during the session, and that is the statewide prison reform. Well, Senator Wagner tells me that there's a 90 to 95% chance that a special session will be called this fall in order to address that issue. Reporting live in the studio, Robert Sherman, CBS 42 News, local coverage you can count on.